Shinston, West Virginia, here's your host, Scott Arnold.
That would be me. Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to the show. It's a good day to be alive. I don't know. I'm always very awkward when when I do the intros to the show. It's a great day to be alive.
It is a great day to be alive.
Okay, before I attempt the name of the band here, because they're laughing at me already. They haven't even heard me yet. Dean is joining me from, you might recognize him, you might not, but he used to live in Pittsburgh, and now he doesn't live in Pittsburgh. And he was in a band called Amplifiers, which is in Pittsburgh, that I saw last weekend, and it was awesome. I'm still getting my sight back from the lights. I mean, they shine lights right at you when they play, and they're all.
It is a show.
Yes, it is a show. But you live in Nottingham.
That's right.
Did I say it right?
That's right. Robin Hood country.
Robin Hood country. That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Have you seen Robin Hood?
I have. At this point, every version, whether it's
or just Many Men in Tights, maybe.
that version too. Yes.
Sounds like a good weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Sounds like a good place to move to, really. You know.
Yeah.
30 seconds, we've derailed it already. It's great.
I mean, that's a long time for me. In more ways than one.
Okay, so Chris and Aaron are with me from Belfast, Ireland. That's the home of the Titanic. I know that's you probably hear that a lot, but okay, the band name is Romeopathy.
Oh shit! Yeah, you did it. You did it.
Shot.
You're like
yes.
You're like 1 in 10 people, honestly. We get like.
That's right.
Live audience.
Deserved.
Yeah,
we always get like Romeopathy, like room paths, like just leaving letters out at this point, you know.
I thought it was fitting to have you on for Valentine's Day. I mean, you would think, being from Ireland, St. Patrick's Day would be the holiday, but I don't think so. I think this is the best fit for you.
I mean, the namesake fits.
Yeah. This or Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween's good. Yeah, Halloween's good. I tend to have paranormal investigators on for Halloween. That goes over pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome, guys. It's nice to have you.
Thanks for having us.
So I didn't know anything about you. I'm sorry. Before I had Josh on from Middle Inc., and he's affiliated with Sodeh Records as well, which you guys are signed to. So he's been throwing me bands left and right, and like the first night he did that, I had like 17 emails from all these bands. Thankfully, I don't know. It's not really thankfully I haven't had them on, but maybe I eventually will. But like, can you imagine me doing like 17 shows in a week?
Yeah,
I can either. So
back to back
all day long. Yeah, that would get old after a while. But I've gotten several, and you guys are one of those bands. So thank you for being on. It's awesome to talk to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah.
And you are the 25th country to be represented. Ireland's never been featured, and you guys are the first. That's a
Woo! We'll take it.
We do. We take those.
Yeah.
You guys are grooving. You guys are the
Your
shit.
country proud.
We'll not touch that one.
So since I haven't had Ireland on yet, I kind of based the offstage segment around that sort of a little bit. Did you come up with any questions, Dean? I know I gave you some examples in the email. Did you have some?
I have some easy easy ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Get the easy ones wrong out of the way. Now I got it. Let's go.
All right, tell me a little bit about the band. You gave me your bio. The bio's on YouTube, but tell the folks in your own words about you.
Yeah, I mean, we met in the big blue box that is IKEA many years ago.
Where dreams go to die.
Yep, the big blue box where dreams go to die. It was
it's the title.
Yeah, to give it its government name,
Yeah.
No, I think it was one of the few things that we sort of bonded over was just talking shit about music. And Chris and I have very similar sort of tastes, grew up on post-hardcore and Midwest emo and, that whole scene. And then sort of as it develops, Simon and myself started writing. Chris joined us. Adam joined us a bit later on after a few lineup changes. And as soon as the four of us hit in the room, it was just like, okay, cool. We're onto something here. And if only for the fact of, I don't think I've ever played with musicians that I enjoyed playing with more.
Stop.
Like, but just
It is Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day.
it is.
Might get lucky.
Do you know what I mean? Just to like just enjoy playing songs together and just writing stuff. And
Yeah.
it's the fact that now we're here 8 years later. It's been 8 years.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
It kind of reminds me of Amplifiers too, because I mean, like it seems like you guys pretty much jived right away. You know, of course, there's been a few different members, but you know, nobody. It's not like in and out with members. It's it's pretty cohesive.
Yeah, long stay members. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Adam joined us in 2018. Is that right?
yeah, because we had Adam Weston for a big
Yeah,
while,
there was
yeah.
interim bassists filling spots, but as soon as Adam joined us in 2018, nothing has changed, and it's
We have
just
to having Adam on bass, so like that was decided day one. It has to be an Adam, so yeah.
It seems like bass players and drummers are the hardest to find to complete the band. Did you guys have that issue at all?
Somewhat early days for sure. I mean, guitarists and singers, you can throw a spanner in a room and at least hit one, So
Yeah.
Someone will
like,
try.
for sure, we're a dime a dozen. I mean, we're not that fucking special. We might think we are, but we're definitely not.
You're special to me, baby.
Yep. But I mean, our original drummer dropped out very quickly, at which point Chris stepped in, and our original bassist sort of folded quite quickly after that. And there was a couple of gap fillers, and I think the rhythm section is like probably more complicated, but especially to get one that like locks in.
Yeah.
You know,
that you can play with. Yeah.
It's trying to remove the idiots from two villages at the same time. It's always difficult.
Sometimes
One
the idiots
day
have
you'll
to-
get there,
yeah.
buddy.
Sometimes the idiots just have to come together and form a militia, and
That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of what we got going. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the music scene there. I don't know anything about Ireland, let alone Belfast, other than the Titanic, which is it's been there for a long time. Well, it's not there anymore. Sorry, is that too soon?
It's been long enough. I think it's okay now. Yeah.
But no,
I think the statute of limitations may be passed on that. Yeah.
I did look it up though. Like the Titanic Museum looks cool. Like I guess that's like kind
It's
of
a beautiful building. Yeah.
thing, yeah. So-
If you visit, it's worth looking at. But if you live here,
Yeah.
you don't really care.
you just see it all the time and hear about it all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Have you been up there, Dean? Have
It's
you been up
just
there?
there.
Have you been up to Ireland?
I've not.
No.
I have not.
Why not? You're
I
over
can't
there.
wait
You're
to
close
go.
enough.
Yeah, Dean, why not?
Well, I
You should go see
haven't had a
Romeopathy
chance
play
to.
live.
There are people that have lived their entire lives in
That one's a bit
England.
shaky.
I hope I get a chance to.
Yeah. What have you been? You haven't been traveling since you've been over there? I mean, I guess you don't have to because you've traveled to get there. Didn't you travel by boat?
True.
Oh,
I
it's
did. I
beautiful.
did travel by boat.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, with the dogs. So you should go up
I
and see
did,
the
yeah,
boat that
we-
didn't make it to America at Belfast.
So
Too soon?
They
Is that
have
too soon,
a
guys?
they have a whole segment about the Titanic, though.
Oh, he really
I'll
does.
jump in Dean's defense, right?
Okay.
Having lived in England for a fair chunk of my life, I had never been to Northern Ireland until I moved here. Like, it's
Fair enough,
just,
Yeah, but you also like went the complete ass opposite direction to get here.
oh yeah, I mean, I moved to South Africa first before I came here, but it's
This is
Yeah. It's a
the
short trip.
direction's pretty
Yeah,
shocking. But it's just it's super close. But I think, like, from my understanding, when I visited America, it's like you get these pockets of civilization, and then there is nothing for ages, Whereas the UK is really dense.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Dean can drive half an hour and be in a completely different city with a different culture, with a whole different thing going on.
Really?
So yeah, no, it's wild.
Yeah, the accent will change. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, it kind of does
You
in
go two
Pittsburgh.
streets over, the accent's different.
I mean, West Virginia and Pennsylvania are pretty different, when it comes to accents and things. Of course, for
true.
sure. Yins. Of course, I've never heard you say yins before, or any of the guys in the band.
You won't hear
You guys
me
are yinsers.
say yins.
The only
ever.
person I've heard say yins
I'm
is
not-
John Malecki on YouTube. He's got a woodworking channel.
Probably
I
doesn't
learned a
say
new
right.
word today.
Yins is like
Yins,
you
yins
guys.
is
You guys.
Or
That's exactly.
Jusenses and Gussenses. Got it.
Usins, yeah.
Yeah,
yins
Usens.
is
Yins.
our y'all.
Yeah, it is your y'all. Yeah, but of course I don't say y'all unless I'm like pissed off. What's up, y'all? And it doesn't even sound very intimidating. Really.
Yeah, I don't think you can say y'all in a pissed off fashion. You just sound like a pleasant countryman.
Yeah, I don't sound Southern at all, do I? Do I sound like a hick? You guys know what a hick is? A redneck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, you're good.
Okay, thank you. It's more the southern part of the state is more hickish, than I am. I tend to pick up on the. I don't know what I'm talking about. We'll just move on.
You're gonna fit in just fine here, buddy.
What do you got, Dean? It's your turn. You
Okay.
co-host.
Fair enough. Who's the best driver in the band?
Aaron.
Oh, that was easy.
Why? Whoa! I need to know more about this. I need to know why.
Yeah.
Like,
Pure and simple.
Can't
I just drive.
Yeah, he's
It's
the
my
driver.
thing. I have weird, stupid anxieties about anybody else driving me in a car, so I just drive everywhere. It's much easier.
Now, do you have people that complain about your driving as you're driving? Like,
I mean, apart from my wife, no.
No, he's great.
So your wife does. Okay, I can relate to this. Now, so of course I'm not married or anything, but so does she? Does she look? Okay, when you're driving, does she look at her phone the entire ride, and then the one time that you have to slam on your brakes because of some idiot in front of you, she yells at you? Does that happen?
Sometimes she just really needs to let me know that there's a car like 50 feet in front of me going in the same direction.
What if you didn't see it?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just in case.
I get it all the time, and she doesn't even look at the road. She's not looking until that one time. And I'm like, listen, I've gotten you everywhere safely, for the most part, very safely. Not so much in Pittsburgh, especially through the damn tunnel. But hey, we've gotten there. We've gotten there on time most of the time.
Chris.
All the time.
Or Aaron, do either of you know the reference Mind the Horses, Richard?
What?
It sounds like something I've heard, but I cannot place it.
It's from Keeping Up Appearances.
Oh, yes.
It's a very dated reference, but
it wasn't high singing enough for me to pick that up. So
Yeah.
What does it mean? What's it mean?
Scott, there's an old comedy, I don't know what you call it, a sitcom, but it was a series called Keeping Up Appearances about this lady who thinks that she's extremely wealthy and does all these things to keep up appearances that she's wealthy.
But she's not.
And she drives her husband crazy all the time, especially while driving. And she'll say things like "mind the horses," and the horses are in the field. They're not even in the road. And if he's, you're just saying about texting all day, and then your girlfriend or wife is like, why'd you slam on the brakes?
Yeah, I mean, and it's like out of nowhere because she's not paying attention the entire time. The entire car ride, other than that point, because somebody, like a deer, like we have deer that cross the road, and hit us. Like we don't hit deer hit us. They purposely wait until a car comes by, just like every animal. Idiots, But I had I won't tell the story because it's kind of a long story. But basically, I got hit by a box truck. At the end of last summer.
That's a jump from a deer to a box truck.
Well,
I feel like there's a gap somewhere.
I'm going to slide right into that here in a second. So I was in rental car hell for like 3 months, right? While I was deciding if I was going to fix the $14,000 in just cosmetic damage. They didn't know about the other yet, like the frame and stuff. But was I going to put it in the repair shop or just trade it in? So I'm driving to Pittsburgh to these shows, and I'm in these stupid rental cars that I can't figure them out because the buttons are just different, Well, I had this Volkswagen SUV, right? And it was a nice vehicle. My sister had the exact same thing. I could not get the cruise control to work. And I cannot stand driving on the interstate without a cruise control. I can't stand. I have to answer.
For you guys, that's a big deal.
I have to answer emails.
System's crazy.
I have to answer emails. I have to edit videos. I have the kind of things to do. I can't be concentrating on the gas pedal and the brake. I have to have cruise control on. You know what I'm saying? So
obviously,
all it says is don't text and drive. It doesn't say not to email or anything.
Who's got time to drive?
It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, the message is they said.
Hey, I've gotten there safely so far.
But it doesn't sound like cruising and emailing. They're separate things.
It's probably what happened to the box truck driver that hit me because when he got out, he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention." When I was pulled over on the side of the road, and he just scraped the whole side of my truck. But I mean, he was probably tweeting or something stupid. Nobody tweets anymore anyway. I mean, you can't even tweet. It's not even
you posted. I think it is just like you made a post. I think.
Yeah, that's probably what he's doing, idiot. But anyway, he I couldn't get that. Anyway, I was getting ready to go to Pittsburgh again the next day. I still had that stupid no cruise control Volkswagen thing. I came from Atlas. That's what it was, an Atlas. So I was going to go trade it into Enterprise for another one, for something. Just give me something simple to use that the cruise control works, you know. And so the night before, I hit a deer with the rental car, destroyed the front end of it. Actually, the deer hit me, so it really wasn't.
Deer's fault. The deer's insurance covered.
So that's where I was going with that. But yeah. But the next day, I got a perfectly fine car. I could navigate. I could do my emails, my editing, and everything as I was driving to Pittsburgh. It was great, you know. I wasted an entire month with that stupid Atlas because I couldn't figure out the cruise.
You're a wild man.
I am a wild man, but I don't get into accidents. People hit me. Deer hit me. Everybody hits me. You know what I mean?
How does that hold up in court?
Well, I didn't have to go to court because he got out and admitted it. You know what I mean?
The deer?
Yes. because he didn't die, which I was shocked. I was shocked. Like, I got out and I was like, "Where are you? I'm going to find you, and if you're not dead, I will kill you." Because you're allowed to do that in West Virginia. You're allowed to scrape off.
That must be a West Virginia thing.
Yeah, you can even if you didn't hit the animal or whatever it is, you can pick up roadkill and take it home. They don't. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but I mean,
no, it's free. You can take it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like the ducks in the park. They're free.
Sell the fur or something, you know, or the skins. What do they call it? Sell the hide. I don't know. This just went all over the place. This conversation, didn't it?
The best ones always do.
Way to go! All right, what do you say we listen to one of your songs? Let's do that.
Sure, man.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Let's do that. Which one do you want to listen to first? It's up to you guys.
I have a weird aversion to listening to like our own music, so dealer's choice in that one.
I'm thinking Cold Long Road because that kind of goes with the conversation we just had.
Yeah,
here.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Spin it.
You like that, Dean? You like that? See, I'm getting better
we
with
call
this.
that a segue in the business.
Segue. We also, Segway is also one of those things you ride around on in town with a bike helmet. Those people stupid with a bike helmet on.
Outlawed.
Extra bike helmet.
Are they outlawed now?
I hope they will be.
Pittsburgh has guided tours with Segways, but you got to wear a bike helmet. It's dumb as they look like idiots. I'm sure
Insurance.
You've probably done that before, haven't you? You and your
I've never been on a Segway.
I don't know.
No.
Were you not allowed to?
I have been on a hoverboard. You know, the one where like you put both of your feet and you have to lean
I can't
forward.
do that thing. Yeah.
I can't do it either. I almost ate shit, so it's all right.
Leave that to the kids.
Yep.
Anyway, what's this song about? Is it about getting hit by a deer in your car?
No. Cold Long Road. It was written while we were on tour. Yeah, it was missing my family. The choruses change throughout the song. It's the first ones are about being dragged away, and then it's about coming back again. And that's literally all it was. It was just sort of contemplating my own existence while I was out on the road.
Eating out 25th McDonald's for the week.
Yeah.
Oh, McDonald's. Yes, McDonald's is so good.
Not after the week, it's not.
Their salad. You got to get their salad. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Go ahead, Dean. Go ahead. I know you want to say something.
Do it.
You'll forget.
UK English McDonald's is far better and far superior.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, anything is far better than here.
I will never. You won't ever be able to experience that unless you actually tried it. So,
if you guys would drive on the right side of the road, I would come over there, but you don't. So.
No, we do drive on the right side of the road.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
But it's the wrong,
the correct one. Yeah.
The wrong.
Yeah, sorry, the correct side of the road. Yes.
Yeah, the right side. Yeah.
I always make fun of Tom for that. I got a buddy Tom that lives in London that does shows like, you know. Anyway, all right. Here's Cold. Can I say Romeopathy just because it's funny?
You want to, man?
I forgot to ask you how did some other people say it?
Yeah, Romeopathy, Romeopathy, it's all over the place.
Like I said, there's people like Romeopathy, and it's like you're missing letters. Like I understand saying it wrong, but you're taking letters out.
It's Romeopathy. It's like alternative medicine. You know, it's
easy. I mean, I got it right away. I don't know.
Exactly.
And
yeah, you got it right the first time, and then every time after you've said it wrong, but we're not going to call it out in that.
All right, Romeopathy. Here we go. Here's Cold Long Road.
Does a candle that's burn both sides work any less as a pale source of light? Little piece of heat in another wise cold night. If I could just stop, catch my breath, maybe I would survive. These cold long roads taking me from home, from a little piece of love I've come to know. These cold long roads taking me from home, from a little piece of love I've come to know. Can the same thing be said for a heart? You dragged it through hell and you tore it apart. It still pumps the blood, but the wisdom it doesn't impart. If I could just stop, catch my breath, then maybe I could survive. These cold long roads taking me from home, from a little piece of love I've come to know. These cold long roads taking me from home to a little piece of love I've come to know. These cold long roads taking me back home to a little piece of love I've come to know. These cold long roads taking me back home to a little piece of love I've come to know.
Yes,
It's a song.
it's a cold long road. Damn it. You know. Are you going to write a sequel to that one called like Hot Short Street?
Yeah, it's the next single, actually, yeah.
Do you like that one? It took me a minute. I was like, okay, opposites to each word. Okay.
Like, Aaron, I'm just giving the courtesy laugh. It's his show, okay? Just like...
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's his
Thanks,
show.
man.
We'll go along with it.
You're really funny, man! Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
What a good song.
Thanks, man.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want to ask you your influences because I'm all over the place with this. I can't think of anything that you sound like or anything.
Where to start on this like rabbit hole?
Yeah, like it's a weird one. Like So if I write and it's just me writing for me, I write sad cowboy music,
He does.
like Southern Gothic, like that is my vibe.
Awesome.
But I grew up listening to Bay Area punk rock that then shifted into hardcore, then like elements of metal, and now it's metalcore, post emo, Midwest, just anything sort of around the late 90s onwards. Like I'm all about it. You know what I mean? And it really does run the gambit. Chris is exceptionally similar, but other members of the band, Adam, very much more of a sort of
He's like a
classic.
classic, right? Like Akadaka and like Ozzy and
Yeah, he likes his classic metal, his classic rock. Simon, Chili Peppers, Aerosmith, blues artists, that kind of thing. So we all run the gambit, and I think very quickly realized that we could each sort of put our own bits in the song. It's I mean, it causes a struggle sometimes because we're tough to pigeonhole in terms of genre, especially from one track to the next. But
yeah,
I think it's good. I mean, I'll let Dean ask you about triplets and stuff. But I was thinking, like it's kind of all over the place, but in a good way. Like it's got everything mixed into it. I don't know. Elaborate on that, Dean.
So it brings me back to jam session days when I would when we would get in the room and practice and try to jam apart and write kind of organically versus bringing in, here's a riff I wrote, just embellish on top of it, just sitting down with and just playing something over and over again. But what I wanted to know as a follow-up question is, who's the noodler in the band? If when you're playing, when you're practicing, who is constantly told to quiet down?
Simon.
Yeah.
that was on point.
You'd sure we rehearsed that. No, Simon, yeah, that's
okay. What's Simon do then?
So Simon's lead guitarist.
Got it.
Has guitar must wank, that's it.
Yeah. Simon is the music theory guy, right? He knows why we do the things we do.
Someone has to.
He guides us. I mean, I've always been very much a let me attack this guitar and see what happens kind of guy. Yeah. But I mean, without missing a beat, I mean, on Saturday we were recording there, and as I chucked out this chord, he went, "Ooh, just move your finger just that way." There you go.
Yeah.
Chuck a major seventh in there. Yeah, no, but it was like, let's just chuck a major seventh in there. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And then you heard it in the mix. You're like, oh, fuck, yeah, okay. But this is what I say. So everybody's got their place. And I don't think any of us are too proud to take input from somebody else. We'll sit and talk about Chris's drum parts doing pre-production. And it's like, hey, I've got these two fills. Let me A-B them here. What do you guys think? Just maybe drop a bit of snare there. Maybe, we're not there to serve ourselves. We're there to serve the band and the song.
I figured it was catches a lot of people off guard, especially we went up in the studio with Neil, the guy we go to foremost for recording. He's always quite taken back by like I'll be in laying down stuff, but even in the studio, I'll sort of take the ping off. Should we go back and revisit that? Did you prefer this over this? Because like we're practicing a few different ways and we're pre-production in a few different ways, but yourselves in the studio, everything just sounds different.
Always.
But like Gavin said, looks like none of us have like an ego with the music at all. Like I'll always be the first person to be like, does that sound bad? Like tell me, does it sound bad now? I'd rather, if you're not happy with it for any reason at all, I will change it. And it's always been the way going forward. Like we're not this is staying because, unless it's like a real killer like hook or like it's like no, that has to stay. Everything else around it can change, but that has to stay. Like everyone's open to, we will change it because someone doesn't like it or someone thinks I'm better. We're very fluid in that sort of regard.
And that extends even to like my vocal melodies. Like I'll sit there in the booth and be like, right, what does this need? Do we need to go up it? Yeah, like where? I don't know what I'm doing, Yeah.
I never know what I'm doing. So
do you guys DIY your recordings, or you actually go to a studio and do everything?
So we are pretty meticulous with pre-production. So when we go into the studio, we know 99% of what we want to get down. We've sent the songs already to the producer, the engineer. Like, we need to get as much ahead of time as possible. And at the end of the day, it's partly an economical thing because we're paying, real money to get decent quality tracks. And because we've established a quality of recording, we can't back down on that now. So
yeah.
well done us. But it's also, we don't want to waste anybody's time. We're all adults with lives outside of this. And if we're going away to get, we went away last weekend to get 2 tracks down, and it was like, we've got 2 days, we need 2 tracks, and we can smashed it because everything's ready. So by like lunchtime on Sunday, it's like, right, what embellishments would we like to put on this now?
Yeah, we've got time to mess around. What do you want to chuck in and see what sticks? Yeah.
Has it always been like that?
For the last EP, it was, and then for the last few singles and stuff as well, it's been very meticulous. We approached our first EP, which is the Romeo EP. It's labeled as. That was a lot of it was like sort of like DIY. Like Simon had his hands in a lot of that because he has a background there, and that was a lot of it felt very, very stressful for everybody during the recording process to a degree, because we were sort of like, we knew what we wanted because of practices, but not what we wanted in a studio atmosphere. But as we've sort of Aaron saying, we've matured through and we're going to an actual proper studio and not DIYing as much. It's completely changed the whole atmosphere of it.
Yeah, I think the intent's always been there. I think it's our tagline as well. We take very seriously not being very serious.
Yeah.
I like that.
For us, and it's, before we go on stage, as an example, our thing is we fist bumps and it's just another practice, another practice, just another practice. And it's something we've been doing for years, maintaining that, the stage is the fun part. We've already done all of the work, so let's go out there and have fun now. And I'm confident that any balls ups I make, I've got 3 fantastic bandmates behind me that'll carry me. That's the fun bit. So I think people are paying us to come and see us, that they deserve to get the best out of us.
Yeah.
What's the best? I don't want to. I'm trying not to be too broad with this question, but what's the best like show experience you've had? Like, it could be anything. Like the crowd, the who you opened for, or who opened for you. Like, what was the best to date? I guess what's been the best thing for the band?
For me, I couldn't tell you exactly what gig it was, but there was. I can give 2, and without rambling on. The first time somebody sang a song back to me that I'd written, that was like, oh shit, okay. Yeah. And somebody I don't know singing it back at me, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That feels strange, but good.
Yeah. Who sang it better?
Oh, daddy like.
Who sang it better, you or them?
Probably them, to be fair, it is what it is. But I think it was either that, or we played a venue here called the Empire, which is a fantastic old venue, old converted church. And it's sort of, if you are not playing stadiums, then touring bands tend to go there. We saw Polyphia there a couple of years back. So that's the sort of level that plays there. So we got a headline slot there with a local promoter, fairly filled out. And I think it was the first time I ever sort of went from being a musician to being a front man.
That was your showman night, because I remember you. He took his guitar off, got his microphone, he sat himself down at the front of the stage and just serenaded the crowd with one of our slower start songs, and the reception was magnifique.
Something.
That was the showman coming out.
Awesome.
Something just tweaked in my head where all of a sudden it was like, oh, actually, I don't need to worry. You know what I mean? The self-consciousness went, and it's never come back. It's just from that point on, it's like, right, this is a show now. And I could get real deep into it, but I'm rambling.
Do you guys have like something you do before you go on the stage? Like is there a 1, 2, 3 team?
It's just another practice. That's it. It's literally, we just talk to each other, fist bumps, just another practice, just another practice, just another
and everybody's like nervous as hell, like, this is not a practice.
The second you've got the contact, it's like, yeah, practice, let's go. Because like, you know what I mean, we show up to the practice room and you walk in, fist bump, quick hug, how's your day, blah blah blah, while we're setting up. So we just getting that little fist bump and like, oh, this is fine. It completely mellows you out. Like, you know, we recently played there in the venue here called the Mandela Hall, and like I've seen some massive like Slash has played during his time. You know, I've seen Enter Shikari, Lamb of God. You know, I've seen so many big acts there. So to actually walk in there, like when we first walked in, we're like, yo, this is a stage. And we were saying the joke was every stage you've ever played on can fit on this stage. And it was like really daunting. Like I was saying, it was the first gig we've done that I've actually managed. The first gig I ever played with Romeo. It was the first gig where I've ever been like, oh, I'm gonna cock this up. I'm genuinely nervous here. But again, like we went on, we were like fist bump. Yeah, it's practice. Let's go. And it was fine. Like it, you know, it really mellows you out. And you know, I've started doing really dumb shit at live shows now. Where like I've got like a laptop with a controller, so I'm controlling videos behind us while trying to drum, and then I'm swapping sticks for reeds in the middle of songs. I'm doing way too much. So it's like I was stressing about, oh, what if I drop it or what if I press the wrong button? It's crazy.
I noticed that too when I go see shows. They always give the drummer the most to do. Like, well, in amplifiers too. I mean, Paul had always was on the computer.
I take it. So
I was going to say, not give him most to do. These are all decisions he has made of his own accord.
That's true. Yeah.
No, I just looked up. I was like, guys, I've made this. What do you think? Who's going to? I'll do it. Don't worry, it's fine.
Expected of you. No, I went on a little tour. Like I didn't play music or anything, but I was filming Reign of Z. You know Reign of Z, Dean, a little bit. I did the last 4 dates of their tour up the East Coast, from Charlotte to Chesapeake, Virginia, up to Baltimore, and then up to Harrisburg. Just filming behind the scenes and stuff for a documentary. But I noticed so many things because, you know, I would see their same show all 4 nights. You know, it was the same, you know, I mean, it wasn't the same, like, energy. It was. I mean, they had energy every time, but like it wasn't the same, you know, different crowd and stuff like that. But it was just interesting to, yeah, it was interesting to see that how like, you know, they bring everything, you know, everything they got to it every night. And to me, that's amazing because, you know, that was just the last 4 dates and they'd been gone for a month at that point. You know, this was just the last 4 of the tour, but they still had that energy that they did probably at the beginning that I just didn't see. You guys said you've toured a little bit. How do you guys do that as a band? How do you bring that energy like that?
So, I think for me, like that, where I switched into that frontman mode, it was the day that I realized I couldn't expect the audience to feed me energy. I needed to feed them energy, you know, and it was the day that realized, and it was like, oh, if I go out here balls to the walls, it doesn't matter if one person picks it up because that's going to spread, you know, and it's, I think that's the only way. And then it becomes this cycle where everybody's feeding off everybody. And if you see somebody else in the band having a good time, like we've always had this joke and Simon hates it, but there's a certain song where his solo is mellow enough and I'm not doing anything. So I literally just walk up to the mic and go, Simon Hart, ladies and gentlemen, you know, and the crowd's like, woo, and all this shit, and he hates it. But it's like, this is your solo, this is your moment.
It's like Adam's little bass part. He has this little little bass part, and like me and Aaron like point at him in sync and stuff, and he's doing this little bass solo, and all 3 of us are just going, woo, in the back. He despises it, but it's just like hyping each other up is the best way to go. But I feel like most bands would agree, and if they don't agree, they're probably not in it for the right reasons. But when you're playing a show for people, like they're giving you their time, their money, and their attention. Like that's not something just like their time is something they can't get back. So we, as like performers, for the lack of a better term, need to give them something that is worth their time and their, you know, like we've all been to shows with like, it was a bit. The music was good, but it was a bit dull to watch, and you sort of felt a little bored from it. So we don't really like the idea of someone coming to a show and being bored when they're there. So
yeah, they're there to have fun.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
Unless it's a really depressing band, they're there to have fun. You know,
you can still have fun
if you're depressed. Yeah, you can
do it every day.
All right, I want to kind of break off a little bit here, and
sure.
Cause since Dean said he has to go to work or something stupid like that.
Loser.
I know it sucks. Working sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to play a little bit of Amplifiers, just a smidgen of a song.
Yep. Go.
Sure.
Because Dean was definitely on this recording. Because this is from I did dig this up when you saw me go off the camera a minute ago. I found this again.
I just clarify then. We're now listening to your ex band, Dean. Is this
his ex on Valentine's Day? We're listening to his ex. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
That's
we're roasting my ex.
Yes.
Okay.
We can whip out some thieves, Aaron, if you want.
Do you want
some thieves?
Do you want to tell him a little bit about this case before I play something?
Sure.
I'm going to very discreetly leave to find something. Hang on.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, just for the background of the CD case itself, the actual case itself, right?
It's more like a DVD player or a DVD case.
It is a DVD case. Back in the day, the old guitarist for the band worked in an adult store, and those are old adult videos, adult pornographic videos that were recased as band CDs. It's not a movie. There's no video. It's just the band's EP or the band's long play in a DVD case. But it
used to be a porno case. Yes.
It used to be a porno case.
I'm going to interject because I saw that and I was going, so let me show you what we did for our second EP.
Okay.
So this is our One Night with Romeo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is that like, oh, yes. Okay.
And if we just
VHS 18 plus.
Nice. There we go.
Oh, look at the other pictures.
So we made it look like a porno.
Yeah. And then
that's
same sort of idea, yeah. And then every single one we spent today, we made was it 100 of these, Aaron, or something like that?
The limited was 50.
Yeah, so we have every single. Oh yeah, it was 50 sides inside. So every single one was had a Romeo pun. So we've got Romeo Got Fingered right here.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Did you sell all of them? Are they all gone?
We still have a few left, so we're trying. We can get you one. So yeah, we'll get you on. Don't worry, we got you.
Yeah. Where's the focus here?
One.
There you go.
It's Romeo-geddon, but it's all blurred out. There we go.
Romeo-geddon.
we sat in Aaron's kitchen, like hand cutting these, hand labeling everyone. I'm just absolutely crying, thinking of dumb ones like Romeo Cop is still one of my favorite ones.
Yep. Having discussions with the print shop when I'm picking up the artwork, and it's all awkward. And she's like, "So I need to ask," and I'm like, "It's not a porno." She goes, "Okay, cool. I just need to check."
But what if it was? What if it was? You know,
she doesn't need to know.
I mean, you printed it now, so
yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of start this song in the middle.
Go for
it. I think you know which one I'm gonna play. Do you? Do you know? It has something to do with Halloween a little bit.
Just before I know, so I know which parts not to slander. Dean, what did you do in this band?
Yeah,
that's right. I play guitar.
Okay, cool.
This is a little bit of Ghosts.
Okay, yeah. This is being re-recorded.
Still waiting for the new album. Waiting for the new album.
It'll be finished when they finish it.
No, I can fuck with that. Absolutely.
That's so that the album's called Obsolete. And
Everything Obsolete.
At your latest porno store.
That's right.
I mean on the
yeah.
something. And they sold. There was 3 candles left, Dean. 3 candles.
Excellent. Yeah, that was a fun collaboration. That was something that Cy did with 2 Pittsburgh artists, a candle maker and a graphic designer that did the labels. So
it's in the other room where I would go get one. I have 2 of them.
the amount of Pittsburgh talk happened, I'm kind of like mad I didn't wear my Penguins jersey at this point.
That's okay. That's okay. Respect. I appreciate that.
I have a Detroit Red Wings tattoo on the back of my leg, so that's kind of a rival-ish. It used to be a rival, but I don't know. I don't remember really much hockey anymore. Yeah, when they did away with the crowd during COVID, I just quit watching because it was pointless.
The basketball was hard to watch as well for the same reason.
Yeah, just there's no crowd, nobody, and then they started inserting like the audio of the crowd, and it was like,
yeah, it was
nobody
weird,
there, you know,
like the 2K22 audio of just
yeah, it's the dumbest thing, like thanks Obama, you know what I mean? I'm just whatever. All right, let's go ahead and listen to In Response. And then we'll do the offstage segment because Dean's got to go to work, and I want him to be a part of this. He's got some questions.
Sure.
So we'll make sure we get this going. Not to rush the show or anything. We got plenty of time. After Dean leaves, we'll really make fun of him.
That's right.
All right. What is In Response about? Tell us about this. Is it about responding to something?
The name is actually nothing to do with.
Yeah. So In Response, the name itself is from Magic the Gathering. Somebody plays a card and then you tap In Response and then you play your spells. The actual song itself is just about relationships rekindling, just I think learning new ways to love old people.
Old people? Like elderly people?
No, like people that you've been in love with for a time.
Yes, and
I can't tell if I'm falling in love or I never stopped loving you. That's the line, you see.
Fantastic for Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
There you go. They're all love songs. They sound miserable, but deep down, it's all love songs.
Yeah, of course. I love it.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right, here's a little bit of Jackie's going to explain to you nothing, just a little bit. She's just going to tell us about Offstage for a second, and then we'll listen to In Response by Romeopathy. You got it? Can you say it, Dean? Or can you say Did you know that that's what it was?
That was my second guess.
We're some of us are pretty smart in the United States. Some of us.
Some of us.
Not all of us. The majority isn't, but yeah.
Not touching it.
All right, here's a little bit of Jackie first.
Unfiltered, unexpected. We're going off stage next.
so good. That's
Thanks,
such a
man.
good song.
Thanks, man.
It is very good.
It's got so many elements, and I don't know how to explain it. I should know how to explain it because I've done this for so long, but I don't. It's a great song. My mom just texted me. She doesn't know how to use the YouTube chat. I can't. You know how parents are. She just doesn't get it. But she's a subscriber, so whatever. But she texted me good music, so that's saying something, you know.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
Michael.
I don't hide my bias for anything, and that is, I think, the best track we've got, and I will die on that hill. Like, absolutely. I love it so much. It's the so far of everything we've released, and that is the track I'm most proud of and most thankful to be a part of the the creating of. I love it so much.
Really good drumming in that too. You know, lots of rim shots.
Oh,
It's happening, you know?
we don't need to talk about that. It's fine. It's fine.
What?
No.
What? Why not? Why not?
Chris can't take a compliment.
No, I don't do that. No, we don't do that here.
But funny enough, the vocals in that last chorus are
Thanks, Aaron.
probably the favorite vocals I've ever laid down.
Oh, that really like push at the end, like that
Yeah.
that just seals that song so much for me. Honestly, like not to gush over our own track, but no,
No, you're good.
I adore that track.
What do you think, Dean, about that track? Dean's frozen again.
Oh,
Gotta
very
go to work.
convenient.
Gotta
that
go
Dean
to work.
freezes up
No,
at
that
point,
was his response to the song. You know
Yeah,
what?
Just...
I'm terribly sorry.
Hey, response.
Right. Yeah, that's your reaction to their song. What?
That is definitely my reaction to their song. Absolutely no.
I'll take it.
So of the two, that's my favorite. I
Correct
do
answer.
like after the bridge, it comes back into like almost like an early Avenged Sevenfold, like
Yeah,
almost like a
the drums from that actually took a lot of influence from the Revs drumming in Wake and the Falling, because there's like a sort of like a reverse Unholy Confession sort of thing going on
Yes.
there. So
Yeah.
that so you picked up on that, which is good. Yeah, I loved Avenged Sevenfold coming through up until like Nightmare-esque, but no, Unholy Unholy Confessions, sorry, was like one of the songs I'd reference back for influences
Classic.
for that track, because I just felt like that little like syncopated stuff was just really well placed at it. So yeah, thank you for finding that.
Absolutely. I'm also a fan of just that. The best way to kind of explain it, it's the half-cocked sound of a wah pedal when you're kicking on that solo. So it's almost that sweep into the sweet spot as the solo kicks in. It's a very very like bluesy,
That's
like
a
90s
Simon.
quintessential.
Yeah.
It's a 90s solo. It's beautiful. Yeah.
But you're seeing now where we have such a problem when people say, "Oh, what genre are you? What bands could you play for?" Like some of them, all of them, none of them.
It's this. It's great.
Yeah.
No, you
Oh,
guys,
thank you so
guys
much.
have a great sound. Absolutely.
No, really
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
Let's jump into off stage
Sweet.
Yeah.
if you want to, or jump off the stage or something. You guys dance around a lot
I'll
when you
jump
play
off
live.
the stage.
You guys ever get off the stage and play in the crowd, play with the crowd, and
Yeah, depending on the venue and the night, like
I guess dance, you would say, right?
yeah,
Or
Dance.
dance. Yeah.
dance.
Gentlemen,
Dance.
I'm gonna love and leave you. It was a pleasure meeting you all.
Dean,
You want
thank
to
you
ask
so
him one
much.
offstage question before you go?
One
And then you-
offstage.
You don't even have to wait for the answer. You just ask him a question and then make it as horny as you want it to. What?
No, I'm not gonna do that. Give me a second. Let me think about this. You guys keep going. I'll think about a question and I'll make my way out.
Just
Oh,
butt in.
whoa.
Just butt in.
We'll
Yeah.
wait. Okay. What's the naughtiest Belfast slang phrase?
Chris, take it away.
You think I know these, right? There's nothing else like really. I mean, I guess like the go-to is get her bucked would probably be the worst one, right? Like
What is it?
surely, get her bucked. So fuck them, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool. I'll try
Yeah,
that.
so-
All right.
get her. So if like it's the whole thing of like someone's like shouting to, like someone at a nightclub is like, "You get her bucked." Yeah, that's yeah.
That's so Irish.
I can't think of anything else. Like honestly,
See,
Aaron?
the ones that sound bad aren't really that bad.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Scundered.
yeah, just embarrassed.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
What do you got,
Yeah,
Aaron?
Scundered is
just
it's just embarrassed, but if you sit there and go, man, I was fucking scundered.
Yeah.
Scundered.
Yeah.
Scunded. You scunded? You skid it, will you? I don't know. I'm dumb.
Didn't save the segment.
Save us.
What's your go-to slang phrase for anything? What's your go-to?
I just swear.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
We just say
I was telling you before we went live. You know, the AI was giving me the queer and we. That's the ones that gave me for slang. But that's probably not even widely. Is it widely used that much?
Yeah.
We would be used on like an almost daily basis by so many people. Like,
am I queer?
I mean, I'm not here to make those judgments, buddy.
Just be honest. Be honest.
Yeah.
I can take it.
I'm sure you can.
Gentlemen, I will see you all later. You continue without me. Enjoy your evening. Take care. It was a pleasure meeting you all. Take care. Bye, Scott. Bye, Chris.
Bye,
Aaron.
Dean.
Nice to meet you, man.
I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
You said safe home, but he's at home.
All right, now what did you guys think of Dean? No,
real piece of shit.
Keep in mind we're still live, so he might have just had to go, but he's watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now he's analyzing.
Really think of him.
Yeah,
no, Dean's the man. Dean was my. So Amplifiers is one of those bands where like they're kind of secretive with their announcements and things. Like they don't just, they're not all over social media, but they're active, but they're just not saying much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dean was my go-to. I had his number. He would send me like little snippets from the studio when they were recording their album and stuff. It's been like 8 years since their album. Let's see, maybe longer than that. Hang on, let me look. This was he probably 2013. This album came out, so it's been that long.
Yeah, 12 years. Fuck.
Yeah, so
we didn't put the date on ours.
But
It's ageless.
They were on the show last year for the 250th episode, and I was like, you guys are just like Tool. You keep saying you're going to come out with something new, and then you have to wait, and they love that.
They have to leave the heart wanting more, so that when they finally drop it, it's going to be.
But I've heard the new stuff, and it's not all of it, but it's freaking that the one that we listened to. They redid it. They what is it called? Just re-recorded it. They did it, and it's badass. Anyway, where is the best place in Belfast to hook up? I guess if you're single, I guess you don't have to be single to hook up, but you know how it is.
I've never been single in Northern Ireland, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I mean, I guess like the meeting spot would be Limelight. Would probably be like the go-to spot for people.
Yeah. Limelight or Voodoo for the alternative
Voodoo, Cramlin if you're into that.
Is that what's the jail called, or the old jail?
Crumlin Goal.
Yeah. Have you guys been there?
You think I would be when it's like, what, 5
Have
minutes?
You done like the ghost tours and stuff? Have you done the ghost tours?
No, I haven't done the ghost tours yet. We keep meaning to. My my other half is into the supernatural and ghosties and this sort of thing. So we spend ghosties, yeah.
That's like the Swifties, but the ghosties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the problem is though,
really in the ghost.
Yeah, because we've got the kid now, like it's hard to kind of get out and do ghost tours in the middle of the night.
Take the kid with you.
Funnily enough, there's pictures somewhere of me in a haunted castle somewhere when she's about 6 weeks old. And I'm like bottle feeding her just as we're doing this ghost tour through the most haunted castle in Ireland.
As you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I brought a demon home though, to be fair. So
oh well, then that's probably the best thing that could happen, right?
Do I not spend so much about your life, I'll be honest.
All right, here's a good question.
I love that kid.
What's one thing that you wish people outside of Belfast, like me, knew about the music scene there?
The music scene here is like it's I will say it's not as big, I guess, as it would have been, a few years ago. I obviously wasn't in Belfast, when we were in sort of teenage years, but back in like 15, 16 years ago, like the music scene here was like, it was a lot more like grassroots, like there were still people going about with like sandwich boards advertising their shows, and like it was all about postering and everything like that. Nowadays with everything on social media, like most places, like it's hard to get blow-ins really unless you're following people. We have a lot of real good, bands, acts, and just everything in Belfast and Northern Ireland as a whole. There's a lot of good artists, and even down in Dublin and Ireland itself, there's a lot of really talented people making some really interesting music. Ourselves excluded from my sort of list. There's a local band called Alpha Twin, and I rate them extremely highly. I think they're absolutely fantastic.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, like they're great. I think you'll really vibe with Alpha Twin. Like they're three guys, absolute sound people. Sound as a there's a Belfast slang for you. They're cool. Um, but there's a lot of like everyone does sort of pitching a help out. Aaron does a lot of he does all of our merch, but he does merch for what a good 80 probably percent of local bands in Belfast.
Used to be a
There's
lot of bands, yeah.
yeah, a lot of people come together here, which is quite nice because we are such a small little pocket of like the world. Everyone sort of has to help each other out, so it's a lot of word of mouth from people looking out for each other here, which is good. We don't really have a lot of people here with big egos or like illusions of grandeur. Like people understand that we're a small place and we have to be working together to try and sort of make the most of the opportunities we are provided. So it's tight knit and like really talented and unfortunately overlooked, in my opinion, by the rest of the world.
Yeah. Okay, one more offstage question, and I want to ask you about something
Sure.
about.
I ramble, sorry.
No, you're good. No, it's perfectly fine.
That was concise.
Yes, it
For
was
me
very
especially.
concise. If I need to reference that again, I can come back and listen to the show, and I have it.
There you go.
Okay. No, I did a series of Would You Rather questions with the last band that was on Arcwave. But so I kind of did a play on this, and we've talked about both of these words the entire show, pretty much, the queer and things. But it says, would you rather have to explain the difference between a we and a queer to every person you meet outside of Belfast, or never be able to use Belfast slang again?
Never use Belfast slang again.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the no Belfast slang, honestly. Yeah.
Why?
I don't use that much of it, honestly. Like I've been so like scuffed by like American and Canadianisms that I don't
You're welcome.
use a lot of like, oh yeah, I'm fine. But I don't use a lot of like Belfast sort of slang for the most part. Like we would probably be the big one I use. There's probably a few other ones pop out, but for the most part, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask you one of the other Would You Rather questions because I think
Go for it, man.
I think I
Your show.
didn't. I think I skipped one with them. Let's see. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But the one that they had the most fun with was where is it? Okay. Would you rather have to sing everything you say for the rest of your life, or only be able to communicate through interpretive dance?
Thing.
Yeah, I just take the singing. Like no one wants to hear it, but no one listens to me anyway. So
I got ADHD. I spend most of my day singing my ass off anyway. So.
That was an easy one then. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
I have zero shame, sir.
What do you think? One more, or is that enough?
Yeah, you pop
come on,
off,
swing it
pop
around.
off,
Okay. Pop off, guy.
pop off, King.
Or queer. I almost said square, but square, right?
That's
Okay.
Scottish.
Oh, square. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Square go.
So I am Scottish though, because that's my name, right? So like that would be probably
Yeah,
not.
see, yeah. You can use that over in Scotland. See how well that works for you. Yeah.
I guess there's no like dudes named Ire, so that would be they would I don't know. All
Maybe.
right. Let's see. Would you? That's dumb. Let's see.
I love how it's your list of questions. Like, that one's.
I got all kinds. I got raunchy ones. I got very clean ones. I got middle of the road. All right. I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to do that one. I'm not going to do it. Okay, this one's a little bit more serious one. So we'll end with this one. And I ended with the same one with them. Would you rather lose all of your memories or never be able to create new ones? You might have to think about this one for a minute.
Gnarly.
That is tough.
Either lose them or never make new ones.
I'm not gonna do the classic Romeo off like that's trying to dissect this for the next 2 hours and try and make it make some semblance of sense.
No, I mean, I think if I had to go off the cuff, my instinct would be to not make new ones because I've had some pretty fucking awesome times in my life.
I guess it
Yeah.
would depend on your past then, right? Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I would sort of more link to that as well because like it's how often do you sit and talk about everything you've done back when you were like, as we like to say, back in the Bernadette generation of like just dumb shit, you know.
All right. Well,
yeah,
this
I
is-
think yeah.
This is we're totally done with the offstage segment, but in your most honest opinion, individually, what is your vision of making it as a band? Like when you can sit there and say, "Hey guys, we made it." Like a lot of people have different views of this, and I get a lot of different answers, surprisingly, because making it, you made it, but what is it? So individually, what is making it?
Um,
Who wants to
I,
go
I
first?
I'll go. Yeah, I guess if I was to say like the definition of to sit down and just have like guys, we've done it. This is it. I think like having like a good high quality full studio length album that we've been able to get out and it's available in stores and you can walk into your local record store and just pick it up. And then as well like to be like we have played in America, we've played in Canada, we've played in insert country here, just to be able to get like to be a bit more worldly traveled, have your music available to everybody who would be interested in doing so, and just to share the stage of someone who you sort of idolized as like growing up as a musician. I think any sort of combination of like say two or three of those I'd say is a good sort of indicator of we did it, like we've made it. Um we're not greedy, not going to be subject, not going to we have to have everything, but I think two or three of those, I think you could happily say like we've done something with this and we've made it. If tomorrow we call it quits, we've still succeeded where we wanted to.
Good answer.
Oh, thanks.
Top that, Aaron.
Well, challenge accepted, right?
He's
I
the
mean, I
he's the
think
talky one. No, I'm not.
exactly. If you look at like, for me, fundamentally, I suppose making it would be, hey, can I make a living with music to the extent that I can
Fuck,
play
that's a good
music
answer.
every day?
Shit.
Yeah, that's like the
Right.
top answer.
Right. No, but like reality though is the world has changed, man. I
Yeah.
mean, we are signed to a record label. We're, recording. We're doing all the right things. We're there. Sodeh have been amazing. Reaction Management have been great with us. It's it's not even that it's not as easy, but the world is different now. So I mean, our last single hit number 81 in the world independent release chart worldwide.
Badass.
I mean, how many fucking bands get to do that? Like in reality. So
Yeah, like when you look at the music that's being released and like
yeah,
on a daily basis, like you've got your like bedroom musicians who are incredible, like
the
it's to
reality is we've
yeah.
probably done more than 99% of bands get to,
Yeah.
and we're exceptionally privileged to be doing that. And even just to sit and talk to people like yourself, I mean, it's a different world now, but yeah, I,
Where,
I
where do
don't know
you
if there is an answer in that.
where do you see the band? What's the vision here with you
Just
guys?
keep going.
Yeah,
Just
I
keep,
think that's
I mean, we're going from success to success. We had conversations a few years ago, and I maintained, I was like, if we got our music in front of the right sort of people, they would enjoy it. And
yeah.
our first trip over to England, it was like completely different reception. It was
Yeah.
just like, oh, this is good live music. They're a band that can play, and people just were drawn to it. And instantly it just sort of started rolling from there. And I think it's more of the same. Keep getting in front of new people.
Tell
Yeah.
Sodeh that you need to come to America and play, especially the East Coast where I am.
We've been
So I
discussing.
Yeah.
yes, bring it over here. Yeah, I did have a long, not well, it is a long time ago now. In July, I'll be celebrating 5 years of the show, which is crazy.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice,
I
man.
just
Yeah.
I had no idea, or it's just surreal. The kind of the people I've met, the many people I've met. But there was one band in London called Confessions of a Traitor that they were on a very early episode. I can't even remember the number, but it was below 100.
Mm.
And then they came on again, and when they came on the second time, like a year later, they had been in talks to a booking agency that does worldwide booking. I met them. I've met them twice in America, close, but like right up the road. They came and played a bar, like right up the,
That's
right up
really
the road
cool,
from
yeah.
me. So now when I see them in person, it's not like, hey, nice to meet you. It's like, hey, how you doing? How was your year? Because like it's so like I see that with you guys. You guys, you have it. You have
Oh,
it
thank
to
you so much.
bring it worldwide. Take it to South Africa. I mean, you have South Africa ties. You got freaking. You guys are worldwide. Take it to Antarctica if you have to.
Like we've always said the thing like not to sort of do the whole Wayne's World thing, but like if people will have us, we'll come and we'll play. Like we
Yeah.
just enjoy doing it. Like we've said even if we were to call quits of doing playing gigs and recording music and everything, like we would all still like meet up once or twice every so often and just jam out and play music because
Or go to
I
the
think
pub. Isn't that what a big thing? Go to the pub.
Not so. This is weird because
Sorry, I just.
no, you see, in England, Scotland, yeah, but Northern Ireland, it's a completely different pub culture. It's strange.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
But you
you
just
go
meet up and hang out and do whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
like it's just we enjoy each other's like company and companionship so much. Like we've been through like quite a bit. Like we've all been to like well, Aaron was got married before the band started, but we've all been to like each other's weddings. Like Aaron did a speech at my wedding. We've all been a big part of like a lot of like big life changing things in
That's
each other's
awesome.
lives. So, but it's not the kind of thing where it's like
It's
even if this
brotherhood.
would have called, yeah, exactly. Like I always say to the guys though, I remember watching like those documentary DVDs from like you'd get in, like the back of your CD years ago and be like, oh, these guys are family, they're my brother. And like I was like, that's a weird thing to say because you were like 12 playing with like your mates from like high school. And then it's like I was like, oh no, like I get it. It's like I pick up the phone right now and I call Aaron or Adam or Simon, like I need this, so can you help?
Yeah.
Like it's not a
Mm.
question, boom to there. Like, Aaron stopped everything one day to drive my wife home because the trains got stopped. Like, and he like, drove her the whole way home because that's the kind of guy he is. And like,
And I think that's important. If a band's going to be successful, and they all have a collective idea, and they all have each other's backs, and your buddies, regardless of music, I think
yeah,
that's one of the biggest things, because you can walk out on a stage, and then there can be one or two of you off, just off in your own world with your thoughts, and not with what's happening, and can throw everything off. Not everything, maybe not all the time, but like the band can hear it. And it's just I think that's huge, and that doesn't happen very often. Yeah, there's a ton of bands, there's a ton of bands out there, but not all of them have brotherhood or
Yeah.
sisterhood or whatever it may be. They don't all have that. They have it, together, but there may be a piece missing here and there. But when you have all of it, like you're describing, that's go with it. Go now, like
it's,
go with it
I feel very,
now.
very, very, very privileged, very blessed, and very lucky to have got the band that I'm in right now with the guys that I'm in here with. And figure it's a big thing a lot of people play off. I reference it a lot when I'm talking about this kind of thing, but it was Rudy Walker from Protest to Hero, my boy. It was a quote he made one day where it's like, someone may not be the best musician, but they may be the best person. You can teach someone music, you cannot teach someone to be a good dude.
That's true. Yeah.
And we've absolutely lucked out with like a group of good dudes who can kind of almost play music.
I want to give you guys a chance. I want to give you guys a chance to plug yourselves here at the end of the show. But let me go ahead and tell the folks a little bit about
Yeah,
what's coming up. I have a good weekend. Have you guys on this evening?
thank you.
Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. from El Paso, Texas. We have Letters from Wolves. I don't know what it means, but we'll figure it out tomorrow. Letters from
Find out
Wolves.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Apparently, there's wolves writing letters now, or something else. I don't know. Could be something completely different. But they're a very good band. We'll talk to them tomorrow. And Monday, I just scheduled this one the other day. Spirit in the Room from LA will be on, and this will be a really good show. That'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern. And a little bit further in February, Jordan Starter and the Possessed. I met when I was doing that tour with Rain Z along the East Coast. I met them in Harrisburg, and just gave them my card, and they got a hold of me. So we'll talk to them on the 23rd at 3 p.m. And then one more thing. I will be featuring another new country. So it'll be the 26th country from the Philippines.
Oh wow.
So they're 24 hours plus one different time difference.
Jeez.
The Philippines, the Thinkers will be on on the 28th at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Nice.
So that's what I have coming up. They were originally supposed to be on in January, but I was ill. I was under the weather, and I had to cancel. So, but we rescheduled for the 28th at 10 p.m.
You had to get yourself a little map for the background and just like ping it up every
I
time you get a
need to
new
start doing
country.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to do all 50 states. I'm down like 13 more states.
Oh shit,
out of
nice.
50.
That's
But
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
like Alaska and like Hawaii. I haven't done, and like North and South Dakota, like the Plain states, Kansas and stuff. And then for some reason, like the little tiny states in Northeast, like Rhode Island and stuff, it's been tough to get. It's like I've talked to several bands in like Australia, but nobody will take the, like what's wrong with
Rhode
Australia?
Island.
Come on, Rhode Island, Australia. What's happening here? I don't think Antarctica is going to happen. I don't know if
Not with
anything's,
that attitude.
but it does. Well, I gotta go. No, it doesn't have to be musicians either. It doesn't have to be a band. Like I've had an illusionist on 3 times. The same guy. He jumps out of airplanes and stuff. He's just crazy. And then I've had a mentalist on before. I'm getting ready to schedule a comedian. Just anybody that's like artsy. Is that artsy?
Yeah.
Artsy.
Creative.
Yeah. Producers. Record. We had Josh on from Metal Inc. Label guys. Anything that has to do with any kind of art would be terrific. I don't have politicians on because that's awful.
That's asking for trouble.
Yeah. Or a priest or a preacher. No religion, no politics.
Yeah.
But anything that has to do with arts, if you draw, well, I don't want to say anything because I can't even draw a stick figure, but the people who can, that's not gonna be much to talk about. You know what I mean? But like anything in the artsy community,
Yeah, man.
So, if you're from Kansas, damn it, or Alaska or Antarctica, and you're just bored apparently you'd be bored as hell in Antarctica. You would think it's just so cold all the time.
Contact this man.
I've got a question for you, right?
Oh, great.
Get him.
It's an Americanism that I need explained to me.
Oh, you should ask Dean, but okay.
Why the fuck is Kansas pronounced Kansas and Arkansas is pronounced Arkansas?
Okay, I just did a trip to Houston. We drove. Me and my buddy Rob. We drove. It was 19 and a half hours. Okay. I went to sleep in Kentucky, slept through Tennessee, and woke up in Little Rock, Arkansas, is what it's called. Arkansas.
Right. So
I'm coining this. I don't care. People from Arkansas, you can tell me I don't wear shoes or whatever you want to tell me about. But it's Arkansas. And that's the way it's spelled, and that's what it. Yes, so you're right.
Either Arkansas needs to be Arkansas, or Kansas needs to be Kansas.
Kansas, yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Make up your damn mind.
I mean, we're already changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. Why don't we go ahead and fix some states?
You guys are changing the name.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I'm sitting here just doing this,
Yeah, it's just Google
twiddling my thumbs, No, I don't know what's up with that. That's crazy. I don't know why we need to change names. But the Kansas thing, we might need to at least clarify.
No,
I've always wanted to know, but it's like one of those weird trains of thought that I never really follow up on.
I've had a band on from Arkansas. I don't know why I didn't ask that. I'm gonna have to go back and invite them back on the show, and then you can just pop in and just ask that question. That would be hilarious.
Hi guys, Aaron here. Just real quick. Yo, what the fuck is the?
Yeah. I'm down for that if you are.
Let me know, man. I'm in.
He'll do it.
I mean, because I need to know this too, and that would be, if I just ask it, then that's just me asking. But if you chime in out of nowhere, boom, that's how we get shit done around here.
That's how we build those like American connections, Aaron. Like you just insult their state, and we'll go from there.
Malicious, not insulting anybody. Like
no, we're just asking. We're asking for someone else. We're asking for a friend.
I'm just asking. Why do they pronounce it wrong? That's all.
They are pronouncing it wrong. I mean, it's not spelled Arkansas because it's Kansas. It's Arkansas. I don't know it any other way. Arkansas.
Or it could just be Kansas. We've discussed that as well. Either way, someone somewhere is wrong.
Someone knows whether they're from there or not. We'll
get to the bottom of this. I don't curve you at the top. Okay.
You keep me alive. We'll get to the bottom of this, and I will let you know.
Nice.
How about that? Just like I work for like TMZ or some shit. I don't know.
I can see
next.
Next tomorrow with letters from Woes, we're going to discuss Arkansas.
Yeah, ask them tomorrow and then let me know.
Well, I mean, they're from El Paso, so they're pretty far from Arkansas, but I'm sure that they would.
We're having
but they may know. If I don't ask the question, I'll never know if they know or not. So I'm going to incorporate that into the offstage segment. That way, for everybody, it's for everyone.
One day we'll get an answer to this.
We'll get an answer for sure.
Aaron, we've got a top guy on it.
Well, there's people in the chat. I kind of neglected the chat tonight. There's King of Sanity said, "I'm giving my wife donuts for Valentine's Day," and then Squeak McLean said, "D's nuts or donuts," and then Nick Wickman said, "Let's go." You know who that is?
No.
No. Okay. Let's go. Where are we going? And then Sunbro Saxon says, I got snakes on a Romeo.
Yeah,
That was his EP name. Snakes on a
listen to
Romeo.
these guys, the customs.
And then Otter Shambles says, yo!
Oh yeah,
that's a Northern
my
Irish
wife,
slang.
yeah.
You.
Yeah, it's because when I was yelling about getting a box, she could hear me from like she's like upstairs in her little office space. So
I'm sorry I neglected the chat. I usually don't do that, but there was so much going on. There's so much happening and so much interesting conversations.
Yeah, there's so much screaming and insulting.
So much Arkansas talk,
Yeah, absolutely.
I will be back tomorrow at what time did I say it was? 7 or 7:30? Shit.
Ish.
I'll be there on time, I promise.
I mean, if everyone was just subscribed, they knew when you were live.
Exactly.
The same.
Hit the little bell and all that shit, and hit the thumbs up button.
Yeah, do the YouTube stuff, losers.
Hit the thumbs up for these guys though, because you guys got to bring this stuff around. Go ahead and tell the folks. Just take all the time you need. Whoever wants to do it, and just plug the crap out of yourselves. And where can people find you? All that stuff.
We're just Romeopathy on everything. So look up Romeopathy wherever you find content, and we'll be there. Except TikTok, we don't do that.
It's they banned it here for like a day.
Yeah, it was really funny. I do just like to say, obviously, just while we are here, just to say thank you to yourself for having us on. It was an absolute pleasure to be talking to you. And
come back too.
Yeah, absolutely. Please and thank you whenever you want us to come back on. If you have the means to get us to you, we can play some shows. Reach out. We've got people. You've got people. And I obviously just thank you to Reaction Management and Sodeh Records for everything coming together, making it what it is. And we also like to always, when we do these kind of things, we like to thank Neil Calderwood, who is the engineer and producer at the studio we use at Manor Park in lovely Moneygrass here in Northern Ireland. Local artist, use him. He's one of the reasons why I think we've got as far as we have. He's great quality, as you've heard. We just like to always give Neil a shout out because he always does good by us, so we like to try and do good by him.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Romeopathy everywhere.
Yeah.
For me, just if you don't support us, support a local band.
Yeah,
keep music going. At the end of the day,
buy their stuff. Buy their stuff. Buy T-shirts. When you go to a show, I always tell people this, and I don't say it very often either, which I should, because I try to do the same thing. Go to a show, even if you have $1, say, hey, this is my last $1, but I want to get something because this will help you. Buy something. Give them or just give them $1.
Yeah.
They'll probably give you a pile of things. If you just give them $1.
More local bands need to get T-shirts made and sell them as cheap as they possibly can, because people want to support you, but they don't always have there's people here charging like £30, like close to $60 for a T-shirt, and it's like
that's unreal. Yeah, you can't.
But this is what I'm saying. Like,
it's promotion too. You want more and more people to have it.
Yeah.
You know how nice it is? I have seen my merch in the wild on a person that I have no idea who.
It's mind blowing.
Like on an animal in the wild? Like in the wild, like on an animal?
Yeah, it's a deer. They attack trucks apparently.
Those bastards.
And I brought it back. Yeah.
Hey, I got some stuff I want to send you guys too. I noticed, Chris, you have tattoos. Do you have any tattoos, Aaron?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
I've got a few.
These are temporary style tattoos.
Oh, hell yeah!
I'd love to send you guys, and I have stickers as well.
We've got some stickers and badges as well. Yeah,
I have a whole wall of these old drum heads from my old drum set.
Yes.
Of all, 95% of them are people that have been on the show. Some of them are venues. Some of them are just bands that I follow. I got some business cards also. Oh, I have a bunch of these left too. Keychains. Everybody has.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'll send you some keychains.
Yeah, no, we'll exchange shipping details in
for sure.
In the good old email.
Sure. And I
send you some fake promo DVDs.
I have customs forms right here in the drawer, and I will get something together tonight. I owe some people some things, so I will get all that stuff together tonight. I had to mail out or ship. I had to ship two things today. Rob is the guitar player in Deviant Cause, this band I play in. He bought a 7-string Schecter guitar, really nice guitar. He just wasn't vibing with it.
Oh.
And so we had to send that back to Zounds, and so I shipped that off today for him. And then, my buddy that we drove to Houston for, he had a whole storage unit up here, still full of stuff. So we rented a vehicle and drove it 19 and a half hours to Houston to him. And there was one box left in the garage because we couldn't fit everything, you know. So there was a few things left in my garage here, and we looked in one box the other day, and it was all of his framed concert tickets from over the years. Like they might be giants,
That's so
like just
cool.
a whole book of Grateful Dead tickets, like shows that he'd been to over the years. Just so much stuff. I was like, we've got to send him this. We've got to. I got to ship. So I shipped him out. That it was 44 pounds. So. It was a bunch of and you know, stuff from his kids drawings and things.
Yeah.
But I was like, how did we overlook this? But he didn't want us to look through anything. He just wanted us to bring it down. So that's what we did.
It's
So
just mad to say that you drove 19 hours to deliver something.
I didn't drive. I drove for an hour and a half of that trip.
Like if we drove 19 hours here, I think we'd like lap the whole country 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was fun though. It was fun. It was just me and Rob, and you know, we just got to get out of town for a minute. You know, he drove back. I flew home.
Nice.
That's the thinking man's driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he got back that day, he stopped here and he said, "Yeah, next time we go down there, we'll fly down and back." I was like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah.
I already had that plan. But yeah, I mean, he loves to drive. He drives all the time, but that's just a long ass trip.
That's a long.
But it was
drive.
fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. Well, guys, definitely good luck to you. Come back on the
thank you
show.
so much.
Come
Anytime.
back. Come back. We'll talk about it. Maybe Halloween. You mentioned Halloween. Maybe we'll do Halloween. But you maybe be in a castle somewhere, like a haunted castle, or just in a room that you say is haunted. You know.
Oh, we can make that work. We've got our ways.
There's plenty of haunted things in Ireland, I'm sure. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Lots.
Let's see. I'll be back tomorrow night, and then tomorrow night at 7:30 with letters from Wolves from El Paso, Texas, and then Monday from I'll be here, you know, but virtually out in LA. We'll trot out to LA. I hate to say, trot to LA. We'll trot to LA virtually and talk with Spirit in the Room. They're really good. Check them out when you get a chance. Spirit in the Room. Spirit in the Room. Where? You know. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna change the thingy here while we listen to what did I have? I'm all out of play. Cigarettes for breakfast. That's right, cigarettes for breakfast.
Nice.
So if you haven't made a decision on breakfast tomorrow, cigarettes, right?
Yep.
Or a monster.
The song's called Solitaire. The song's called Solitaire. And I will see everybody tomorrow night at 7:30 with Letters from Wolves. Thank you guys so much.